What if you were born with wings to soar the night, only to be shunned as a creature of darkness and dread, your every flutter met with gasps of terror? Meet the batter, silent guardian of the skies, its delicate wings slicing through the velvet night. A vital pollinator, seed disperser, and pest controller that sustains ecosystems from tropical rainforests to desert oases. To humans, it's a symbol of horror. Linked to ancient myths of vampires and modern fears of diseases like rabies or COVID-19, its image haunting Halloween tales, horror films, and even urban legends whispered in the dark. But beneath this misunderstood exterior lies a life of profound struggle, where human fear, rampant habitat loss, and devastating health threats cast a shadow over your existence, turning your nocturnal grace into a curse. Join us in this twilight journey to uncover the bat's hidden story, and if this resonates with you, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories that unveil nature's hidden truths and challenge our perceptions. Chapter 1: A Fragile Birth in the Dark. You are born in the stifling confines of a cave or the swaying hollow of an ancient tree, a hairless pup clinging desperately to your mother's fur, your tiny body vulnerable to the damp chill that seeps into your fragile frame like a thief in the night. Predators like owls with their piercing eyes and snakes with their silent coils lurk just beyond the roost, ready to snatch you if you fall while your mother's energy wanes from the relentless demands of constant flight and feeding her hungry colony. Your first days are a race against exposure, abandonment, and the echoing darkness, your high-pitched cries lost in the cavernous void, a plea unheard by the world above. The dampness clings to your skin, threatening infection, and the slightest disturbance could send you tumbling to your doom. To be a bat is to begin life as a fragile birth, in the shadows your survival a delicate balance, teetering on the edge of a world that offers little mercy to the newborn, a tiny spark fighting to ignite in an abyss of uncertainty. Chapter 2: The Weight of Flight. Your wings, a marvel of evolution with their intricate network of veins and membranes, sustain you in flight, allowing you to navigate the night with uncanny precision. But their fragility is a constant burden to us from brushing against jagged branches or clashes with predators. Like hawks, leave you vulnerable mid-air. Long migrations across continents exhaust your small body, your muscles aching as you flap tirelessly over mountains and seas, driven by an instinct you can't ignore. On land, you're clumsy, your limbs ill-suited for terrestrial escape, leaving you a sitting target for any threat that breaches your roost. The energy cost is immense, your metabolism racing to keep up, and every landing is a gamble against injury. To be a bat is to bear the weight of flight, a gift that demands ceaseless effort and leaves you exposed when you dare to rest. A delicate dancer balancing grace and peril in the moonlit sky. Chapter 3: Misunderstood by Humanity. Humans fear you, their imaginations spinning tales of vampires and plagues, associating you with rabies that strikes in rare cases, or the origin of COVID-19. That sparked global panic myths that paint you as a harbinger of death rather than life. Culls sweep through your colonies, driven by ignorance and panic, while habitat destruction follows as towns seal caves and fell trees to protect themselves. Your vital role as a pollinator for fruits like bananas and mangoes, a seed disperser for rainforests, and an insect eater that saves crops worth billions, is overlooked, drowned out by screams of terror. Cultural stigma brands you a monster, a label that stings deeper than any fang. To be a bat is to live misunderstood by humanity, a scapegoat for fears that strip away your home and purpose, a silent servant vilified by the very world you sustain. Chapter 4: habitat loss and urban siege. Deforestation and urban sprawl erase your roosts. Ancient caves disturbed by miners and hollow trees felled for timber, forcing you into human spaces where you're met with hostility nets, poisons, and angry shouts. Cities light up the night, disrupting your echolocation with artificial glare, while pesticides decimate the insects you rely on, turning fertile fields into barren wastelands. Your colonies shrink, once thriving populations reduced to shadows as development encroaches, leaving you with nowhere to hide from the relentless march of progress. The hum of machinery echoes through your once quiet havens, a sound of doom that shatters your peace. To be a bat is to face habitat loss, a nightly siege by a world that encroaches on your dark refuge, a fugitive in a landscape that no longer welcomes you. Chapter 5. The Struggle of Feeding. You hunt insects or pluck fruit in the cloak of darkness, using echolocation to paint a sonic picture of your world, but light pollution blinds your sonar, scattering prey and leaving you disoriented in a sea of artificial glow. Pesticide-ravaged fields offer scant food, forcing longer flights that drain your energy. Your small stomach growling as you chase dwindling resources across shrinking territories. Competition with other bats intensifies, your delicate wings brushing against rivals in a desperate scramble for survival. The night, once your feast hall, becomes a gauntlet of scarcity. To be a bat is to endure the struggle of feeding, a constant hunt in a world that dims your senses, starves your belly, and tests your resilience with every fruitless loop through the sky. Chapter 6. The Burden of Motherhood. You carry your pup while flying, a dual task that taxes your strength to the limit, your wings straining as you fast to nourish it with milk drawn from your own reserves. If prey is scarce, both you and your pup suffer. The weight of your love, a physical burden that risks collapse. Fallen pups rarely survive the fall, their tiny bodies broken on the cavern floor. Your maternal bond is a lifeline, a tether that pulls you through exhaustion, your every beat a sacrifice for their future. The colony watches, but offers no help, your struggle solitary. To be a bat is to bear the burden of motherhood, a love that risks your life in the shadowed skies, a mother's heart beating against the odds in a darkening world. Chapter 7. Disease in the colony. White nose syndrome decimates your kind, a fungal plague thriving in the damp caves where you roost, causing mass deaths as it eats away at your wings and face, leaving you too weak to fly. Viruses like Ebola and SARS linger in your population, misunderstood as your fault rather than a natural cycle. Their presence a death sentence in a world that blames you. Weakened by hunger and stress, you succumb, your colony thinning with each season. The air grows heavy with the scent of decay, a grim reminder of your fragility. To be a bat is to face disease in the colony, a silent epidemic that threatens your very existence in the dark, a victim of a plague you didn't invite. Chapter 8. Solitude in the Swarm. You roost in swarms for warmth and protection, a sea of fluttering wings pressed tight, but true connection is rare. Each bat fights its own silent battle against hunger and disease. If injured by a predator's strike or sick with a wasting illness, you're left behind, your companions moving on without a glance. The swarm a survival tactic, not a family. The chatter of echolocation fills the air, but it's a chorus of survival, not solace. Your isolation a heavy cloak in the crowded dark. To be a bat is to endure solitude in the swarm, a misunderstood soul lost in a crowd of its own kind, a lone voice in a cacophony of need. Chapter 9. Peril of the Night. Predators like hawks and habitat threats ambush you at dusk and dawn, their talons and storms a deadly dance that tests your agility. Wind turbines slice through your flight paths, their blades a silent reaper claiming hundreds, while sudden tempests disorient you, dashing you against cliffs or drowning you in floods. Your night is a perilous ballet, every flap a gamble. The once safe darkness now bristles with danger, your echolocation struggling against the chaos. To be a bat is to live the peril of the night, a fragile flyer at risk in a world that turns its back on your shadowed grace, a survivor teetering on the edge of extinction. Chapter 10a. Mirror to our prejudices. The bat reflects our own flaws in ways that pierce the soul. We judge by appearance, fearing what we don't understand, casting shadows where there's light. We destroy habitats, blind to the balance we unravel with every tree we fell. We spread disease through ignorance, blaming the innocent rather than our own actions. We isolate, even in crowds, harboring silent struggles beneath our social masks. The bat's misunderstood life and feared darkness echo our fight to overcome prejudice with knowledge. To protect the overlooked, to connect across divides, a poignant mirror to our shared humanity, in a world quick to judge, urging us to rewrite the narrative. Ending, misunderstood, feared in darkness. What does it mean to be a bat? It means hatching as a fragile soul in the dark, flying with wings that bear the weight of survival. Misunderstood by a world that fears your shadow, and casts you as a villain in tales you never authored. It means hunting a feast that fades under human lights, mothering with a burden that risks your life, and roosting in colonies where disease and solitude reign, your every squeak a plea for understanding. It means facing habitat loss that steals your haven, the peril of night that threatens your flight. Your echolocation dimmed by a world that forgets your worth, a silent guardian lost in the gloom. You're a creature of the night, your struggle a cry against fear, your life ending in a darkness shaped by misunderstanding. A haunting call for us to see your light and rewrite your story with compassion. If this story opened your eyes, hit like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more Worst to be Born, as stories that challenge us to rethink nature as outcasts and act for their survival.